The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen. Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
On the naughty list.
Nice.
Okay.
Who's praying?
I don't know, actually. I think it might be Ed Pear prayed last time. I believe.
I don't know. I've been going to town.
The last prayer was a real circle jerk of activity.
Yeah,
so,
I think Amber technically prayed last time.
So Jackie would pray this time.
Why would I pray this time?
Because she replaced you, but now you're here.
No, she just replaced me, so that means it's Ed's turn.
All right, give it to Ed then.
Yeah, technically she's right.
Man, I can't believe that worked.
You get a whole nother set of
I can't
weeks.
believe that fucking worked.
Yeah, that's the best.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Dear Jewish God,
That's the only one.
keep bringing that sweet, sweet money. Keep
What?
it. Keep it on the inside. Don't give it to no one else but us Jews. And we're going to take care of each other. And we're not going to give it to anyone else. You know that rent for Jews is free. I disclose that for everyone else.
Wow.
It's true, yeah. If you get a Brooklyn apartment and you're Jewish, you don't have to pay for it.
Is that right?
It is right. That's why there's so fucking many of them.
Oh, I see.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Amen.
Very little prayer in there.
I mean,
All right, welcome to the round table of gentlemen, everybody.
Sometimes you just got to say thank you, man.
But you didn't thank him. You
I
blew
said
up his
thank
spot.
Jesus God.
for the money.
Jewish God.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, this is the round table. Jackie, your eyes are glazed over like a donut. What is happening?
I've never seen this woman look so fucking just dogged.
Untrue statement.
Oh
Untrue
no,
statement.
I've looked this bad before.
She looks like a broken open bag from a bum's ass.
Yeah, but that's still better than the fucking shit puddle she usually is.
Yeah, but I'd rather be a glazed donut. I like that. I want to eat a glazed donut. I want to be a glazed donut. I want to be a glazed donut whole. Anything they got, I'll be. Is it glazed? I'll eat it. I'm having too much holiday. That's my problem. I've had too much holiday.
You're having fun, Jackie. That's great.
Mommy didn't get us presents this year. She had too much holiday.
Get me another drink, you fucking fat piggy.
Oh, you're going to be such a nice mother, but even a better grandmother when your child has a kid at 13. All right. So, Eddie, you're here. How are you? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm back fresh from Africa.
Yeah, how was the safari?
It was awesome, man. I saw all the cool animals. Dude.
Now, did anybody try to hunt you?
No one tried to hunt me
No.
in particular. There was offers on the table.
That's some big ass game.
Yeah, man. I love that game.
What did you learn about the African people?
Oh,
The
man.
South African people.
South African people.
The
It's-
Afrikaners.
It's, you know what? It's wonderful. They're very sweet. They're either the nicest people you ever met, or they're just gonna murder you for your shirt.
Yeah, it was sort of a toss-up, as if they were going to use your blubber for oil, or if they were going to revere you as a god. What was it closer to?
It was closer to God. I had 3 bodyguards
Really?
at all times.
That's how
3
big you
bodyguards.
are.
Just for you.
Well, no, for me and Jeff.
For
Oh,
Jack.
yeah, for Jeff. There you go.
Yeah, you would have been. You were the shield.
We
You were
lost one when Hannibal came to town. He took one of the bodyguards, but the bodyguard didn't like Hannibal as much as he liked us.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to hang out with a bunch of celebs out there.
I mean, you know, it was for South African celebs.
Yeah.
They have their own Comedy Central. I didn't even know till I was out there.
Yeah, we had Luisa Gola. He was on Top Hat. He hosts the South African Daily Show. Yeah, they have a whole scene. Yeah. He was great.
Was District 9 a fair representation?
It honestly was, man. Those fucking huts that I saw, I went to Soweto, and where they had the aliens living, that's true shit. Like, people just live in those aluminum siding houses. They put rocks on their roofs just so they don't blow away.
We should just get real houses.
You can't, you get.
You saw poverty right there.
That's a good idea,
Real
Jackie.
houses? What's wrong?
We
The
saw
whole town is made out of soda cans.
All right.
Jackie, you should run for president of South Africa.
Yeah, put me as the Queen of South Africa. I'll fucking
the
take
chief
it.
of police in Johannesburg was just suspended for murdering 41 minors.
Whoa, like how minor though? Like kids?
No,
kids?
no. Like they were miners on strike, like digging miners.
They have real hard jobs there. The way we have like people who work at fast food restaurants here, they have actual coal miners and things.
You're probably
there.
underage too, though.
Hopefully.
All right, Jason
12.
Signs is talking.
Cripplingly old.
So I'll just say, Jason Signs, you're here.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, he lives in L.A. Check out his signs. They're
Jingle
really
balls,
they're
baby.
punny. Technically illegal in graffiti, but I'm not going to get into that.
Hey, you don't call the cops on me.
I will. Eric Bergstrom, you're also here.
I'm here. Hey, how's it
That's
going?
right. All right, let's go back to the round table. Holden, you got some-
Holdenators, ho! It's time for some PlayStation. Shout out.
All right.
Careful with that end.
Written work says Lucas is a cool dude, is gay, and he has the 5 gum to prove it. Raildex is a piece of shit.
Why do you
Slade
just let
Porter
these people say whatever they
_
want on our show?
is
Eddie,
a
don't
wet ass
interrupt.
muncher. Slade Porter is a wet ass muncher. Big fuck you to Super Mally. Gone Like Kong's wife is an asshole. X Cougar 153 says Ben is a baby back bitch.
Ooh, I like him.
From X Cougar 153. But you know what? I've been to Chili's, and that's the thing I always get.
Yep, that's why we're
Really?
such close friends.
You always get the ribs.
Baby back ribs with that little cinnamon apple cup. It's
I thought you ordered the baby back
apple
bitch.
cup.
You gotta get the baby back bitch.
yeah,
Baby back. I know. I'm the baby back bitch, and bitch is hungry.
that's right.
Bitch feels dirty, and bitch feels hungry.
Barbecue sauce. There's got to be at least one mixtape called Baby Back Bitch. I mean, if you look at it, I'm sure that exists. Please. It's got to be a diss track or something at the least.
Kevin, you're taking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Baby Back Bitch by Webby.
Play it.
Fucking commercials. That means it's real popular.
Webby.
Yeah, Kevin, you're here. Thanks for taking time out of your busy TV show schedule.
I'm here, man. Leaderless.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What do you mean?
My fucking hero, my leader, man. Lupe Fiasco is
Yeah?
under hot fire, man.
What happened?
What happened?
He just did this whole Twitter thing where he was like, it was like hashtag thank you white people, and black people really didn't like that shit.
What?
Like, he was
White
just-
people did good things for Lupe
he
Fiasco.
was like doing this whole thing where he was like talking about like, oh, a white person helped these black people become this and all that, and now it's just a whole bunch of shit. He's like a coon, and they feel like everybody's going after him, man.
He can
I
say
don't know where.
I bought his album.
Wait,
Well,
is
you're
it-
part
is
of
he
the
a rap
problem,
artist?
Signs.
I think he's part of the solution. He's helping him out.
No, that's the problem.
Sounds
No.
like a good guy.
That sounds
So
like the
what happened,
solution.
Kevin? So the black people don't want any white people to be praised for assisting anybody
It's not
anymore.
that. I think what he was trying to do,
Make
was
money.
like make money. No,
It's a big demographic, the whites.
Praying to the Jewish god of
It
money.
backfired. He was trying to say something like we need to stop hating each other, and he's like giving examples of like, you know, like a black person, like a white person wrote that song "Strange Fruit." What
Yeah.
was the poem first? But you know that was like a big, you know,
Right.
he was
No,
saying
that
shit
was
like
about
that.
apricots or something
It's
like
about
that.
lynching.
He was he
it's about
wanted to
lynchings?
talk about like people getting together and working together.
Yeah.
But
song
it
is-
went out. He did it on Twitter, and people got real upset.
Well, isn't that too bad?
Yeah.
Lupe Fiasco, I love your music.
He's great.
I love you, Lupe Fiasco.
See, what people don't understand is if a black person whispers thank you to a white person in like a secret room, he'll give them $100 in the spot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's
The black
it's-
guy gives the white guy $100.
I'm forced to carry around
white
an
guy
extra
gets-
grand at all times.
Oh, the white guy gives the black guy $100.
Yeah.
If it does happen, we have to do it. It's
True. As a white man, I've had money in my pockets just ready for that. $100 bills ready for
When,
that.
I will say this, the Knitting Factory, Kevin Barnett and I participated in a roast battle, and I went on with my Make America Great Again hat and a Joseph A. Bang jacket. The DJ, and I was like very pro-Trump, I was playing a character that we'll be voting in November. And the DJ came up to me afterwards and whispered in my ear, Team Trump. He said Team Trump, and he really meant it. And then I
Really?
bought him a drink. Yeah. So isn't that kind of excited? So to your point, Holden, it is kind of true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
that is the white man's burden.
Team Trump. Yeah. He's ours. He's ours to bear.
Was the DJ black?
Of course.
I didn't know. I mean, there's white DJs out there.
Oh, yeah, but who wants to hear him?
Good point.
Lupe Fiasco. Should we do a news story? Or I was also thinking we could do something fun for like Christmas or go on and discuss why we love each other.
Do we say hello to Eric Bergstrom?
Yeah, I did this.
Oh, we are.
Okay.
We'll cover the
well.
Christmas stuff and saying why we love each other later. Let's get to some news stories.
Real
Okay.
quick, though, I have a quick Africa fact that I wanted to piggyback on your Lupe Fiasco thing. You know who they hate, who they're really racist against in
Eminem?
Africa? Chinese.
Is
Chinese.
it that?
They hate the Chinese.
And why?
At least
I
they
could
got
be the
something
queen of
right.
South Africa.
Oh, Eric, leave it. Just because you have cancer, you can't be making fun of the Chinese
I
all
got
over town.
cancer's its own ethnicity.
You are the ultimate minority.
It's
That's
the big
great.
C for Chinese.
As a matter of fact, you hold on to that cancer, we'll kick Kevin out of here.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
can just replace it.
New
No,
token.
I'm just being drunk.
I was like, everybody
big
hates
cheat.
everybody, though, man. That's the thing. I've said that before. My mom always told me not to trust Africans because it's very tricky, all right? And she actually
They do
said,
pull tricks.
yeah, they're very tricky people. And she said not to trust Chinese for the same reason.
Isn't that something?
Tricky people.
Chinese are the ultimate cheapskates. Jews got a bad rap against them.
A lot of facts being said today. Again, we cannot edit this
Yeah,
episode.
Right, and you're going on record as saying that all those things that were just said were facts.
Let's edit a little bit. Can we just do a small edit there? No, obviously, it's a satirical show. Okay. Marcus, you have a news story.
The fisherman who survived for 15 months at sea is being sued for $1 million by the family of his dead colleague who accuse him of eating their relative to survive. Salvador Alvarenga, 36, paid Ezequiel Cordoba, 22, $50 to accompany him on a 2-day fishing trip off the coast of Mexico in November 2012. After a vicious storm pushed the boat out to sea, the pair survived by catching fish and birds and drinking turtle blood and urine.
Cool.
Mr. Cordoba eventually died after making Mr. Alvarenga promise not to eat his corpse and to find his mother and tell her what happened. Mr. Alvarenga kept the corpse on the boat for 6 days for company until he realized he had lost his grip on reality and threw it overboard. He was found on a remote Pacific island after 348 days adrift, and the dead man's family are now demanding $1 million in compensation after claiming the man was a victim of cannibalism.
All right, a real-life castaway, Jackie.
I'm a castaway. I don't go on boats.
No, not you. This man's a real-life castaway. And nor should this poor guy. $50
real
for 2
deal.
days of boat work?
It's Mexico.
Yeah, all right.
I just don't. It's just like, man, the guy. Oh, come on, $1 million.
Are you Jackie Gleason? What happened?
Wreck. You're a mess.
All right.
Intervention about to happen.
I agree with Jackie.
Yeah, I agree with Jackie as well. I know exactly what she's talking about. Salvador Alvarenga, he paid a guy $50 for 2 days on a boat. He ain't got $1 million.
This is amazing, though, that this man, I remember this story when it happened. Everyone thought it was a fraud. It was over a year, right? He was there for over a year. He was in the ocean.
348 days.
It's unreal that he was able to survive. Why are we praising this guy? There needs to be a movie, the whole thing.
Drinking his own piss and turtle blood. He was killing sea turtles. That's the bigger crime.
That's not a crime. Cannibal Holocaust, one of the best movies of all time, is a great turtle killing scene.
Well, speaking to Jackie's $1 million comment,
comment? It was not barely word.
Can you actually repeat what you said, Jackie?
I got it. I totally got it.
Yeah, no, it was more like the feeling and the girth, you know?
Yeah, it was subtle. It was subtle, but it was there. But this lawsuit was launched only days after Mr. Alvarenga got a book deal.
Signs. You have a book deal for your signed signs. You're in the ocean for 340 days.
That is not
You
true.
don't have a book deal?
I don't have a book deal.
Everyone
You know
said you
why?
had a
I got
book deal.
sued by a Mexican.
What?
I got sued by... No, not true. But I wish that was the reason. No, no one's bought the book. That's the reason.
No one bought the book?
No one's bought the book.
Everyone's been talking about the science book deal.
That's the problem. Everyone's been talking about it. No one wants to read it. That's what they're just talking about it out there. We've talked it out.
But there's no deal?
There's no book deal, baby. This is exclusive news.
So what do you have?
No book deal.
So you just got a bunch of loose leaf flying around.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, technically, I can make a book.
Paper, you just glue it
I
together.
could just glue it together and make a book.
I can make you a book.
We can do like the
go.
Wu-Tang Clan and just make one sell it for
copy.
$1 million to an asshole who fucking screwed over AIDS people.
Right, yeah, AIDS people. I need to get stranded on an island, and then I'll be able to sell the book. That's what I'm working on right now.
Kevin,
that's why I
you were
moved to LA.
saying-
No,
'cause
I'm
one's
just
out
saying,
there.
man, we can fucking publish this shit through Roundtable Productions, man.
That's right.
We throw in $3 each, get this shit on a fucking composition book.
Now we're talking, man. I love that. $3.
I don't like the name
each.
Roundtable Productions, though. Can we change the name of the company to something like Dirty Ruckus or something? Really kind of makes us look hard and mean.
Isn't that only taken Dirty Ruckus?
No, Dirty Ruckus Productions? Absolutely not.
Angry Chimp.
Okay.
No, it's too close to
I
chip
don't
mail.
know, Ed.
What are you talking about? There's no chips in South Africa.
Whoa,
Jackie, what was that comment?
Because it was because he went to the zoo.
Dirty Ruckus Productions does already exist. It's a Madison, Wisconsin company.
Is it in? That's where I knew it from. I was signed with Dirty Ruckus for a little while.
Right.
Yes, but they didn't like my album.
I have a question though, Marcus. Did he really eat the person? Because
No.
you said they threw him overboard.
Well, he said he threw him overboard. He might have eaten him. He might not have eaten him, but he said that he kept him on board with him for 8 days as company.
Right.
Until he
I thought
finally
it was 6
threw him
days,
overboard.
and he started, talking for the guy. And I mean, is there a problem with eating a corpse? Is there a problem with eating a corpse? If you really need
you
to,
gotta do it.
the folks in the Andes did it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You can't prove it.
You gotta do
can't
it.
prove
You
it.
gotta do it.
You can't waste a good corpse.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gotta go eating.
But the thing is, this guy, I mean, if you don't eat him in the first day, I mean, you're getting sick.
Yeah.
Obviously not that sick. He survived.
Out in the sun.
I think it's worse exactly to
Oh,
have
yeah.
the corpse out in the sun baking on the fucking boat. I think that's worse.
You just have to dump it overboard.
But how do they not fry to death? Like, don't they get crazy burns? I don't understand.
Well, you don't know that he kept them in the sun, though. I mean, they got plenty of barrels on them.
Oh, I
ships.
guess in my head it's like Life of Pi boat.
Yeah.
Is it a
that's
bigger
probably-
boat
Speaking of
than
Life
that?
of Pi, let's talk about being stranded on a boat for a year. At this point, speaking of that movie, is it a terrifying ordeal or a wonderful adventure?
Good idea. Good point.
Spiritual
Good
awakening.
point, Kevin.
Yeah, stranded on a boat for a year, or I guess what? What's the alternative of being stranded on a boat for a year? Stranded on the Hindenburg for a year, or something in the clouds?
You're talking an airship. You're,
island?
I
you're
don't
comparing it to an airship.
Yeah,
In the friend zone for a year? That's awful.
I love the friend
Kidding
zone.
me?
It's a great zone to be in.
You should get someone to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. A friend. So much better than a relationship.
What was his previous book deal? Because he's got something new to write about now. So, like, what was the last?
Oh, no, this is just his current book deal. After his story came out, that's when he was contacted by an agent. However, his lawyer said, quote, "Many believe the book is making my client a rich man, but what he will earn is much less than what people think."
Yeah, these predatory schmucks, these agents, like lawyers who are ambulance chasers, they see a terrible story and they try to capitalize on it. The Chilean miners, for example, there's a movie about it, and they had to fight tooth and nail to get any compensation for it.
Yeah, here's a picture of our
No one
man.
went and saw it.
I love the
Pablo
guy.
Escobar.
That's
I
Dan
remember-
St. Germain.
It is Dan St. Germain, a great stand-up
Oh man,
comedian.
I've been on the boat for 6 years, man.
I got ranch in my beard.
Oh God, I had to eat him. I'm hungry.
Well, people doubted his story because he's so fat, but I think he ate relatively well.
While he was on the boat?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did eventually land on a tiny island.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't at sea the whole time.
No, he wasn't at sea the whole time. He was found on a remote island in the Pacific after being adrift for 348 days.
Yeah, not bad. Holden, what would you do first couple of days on a remote island? Are you finding some, finding a tribe and trying to become their king or maybe their gimp or something?
Okay, there's a tribe on the island.
I would assume so. Don't all islands have a tribe?
No.
No.
Most
Gilligan
of them
Island's
don't.
rules.
Well, they should.
I mean, I think the main thing, right, is you immediately have to figure out how to get food.
Coconuts.
Yeah, right. I've seen Castaway, so I pretty much just live that. I just live that whole situation. I'd find some FedEx boxes. I'd pull some volleyballs out of them. I'd open up a coconut. Every island does have FedEx boxes on them.
How quickly before you build a sand girl,
A
with
sand
big
woman
boobs
and have
you
sex
fuck
with her,
on
like The
beach?
Master, another great movie about island survival. I'm gonna give that a couple days. The thing is, like the sand
couple of
penis
days.
situation, though, a couple of days. Absolutely, you get horny as hell on an island. You're like, I'm chilling on an island. It's
Sand
spring
bitch.
break.
What do you name it?
Sandy.
There you go.
Well, that would make
Thank you, Ed.
sense.
Bog. I name her Bog.
Yeah. I can
and
See it now. You
what's
put a
your
little,
favorite thing
seaweed
about
down by the
Bog?
puss?
she's got crow's feet.
She does?
Yeah,
Like
I make
literal-
crow's feet out of in the sand.
Crow's
yeah.
feet, like the eye crow, like the crow's feet
like a
wrinkles.
talon.
You mean like
he's
a
a
harpy?
crow.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
ripped the feet off a crow that he ate.
Yeah.
So you're making a harpy woman.
That'd be fun to go crow hunting. I mean, what are we doing first? We're figuring out how to fish, right? Or are we trying to find animals on the island? Befriend a tiger, probably, to be your protector.
How do you befriend it though?
Play a flute at it in a certain way.
It's true.
It's true. So the first thing you got to do is make a flute.
Oh, but that's easy. I've already been doing that on the boat. I took a piece of the boat because I know that we're about to get to the island where you play it for the tiger in order to befriend it, so it protects you from the evil spirits of the island.
The life is not a fucking RPG, man.
It could be.
Well prepared.
What happened in Life of Pi? I never saw it.
I never saw the movie.
No, there was no flutes in that movie, man, which was a mistake.
More flutes.
I just saw Marshall Tucker Band. Great flute.
Oh yeah, how was the Marshall Tucker Band?
Fun little show, man.
Yeah.
It was a good little time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock and roll flute, baby. Can't you see? Heard it in a love song. Rambling.
Yeah.
Highway song.
This sounds like old man music.
It is. It was just a whole bunch of old people, and then like young people are like, play the song from Blow.
Yeah. Well, I only listen to Lupe Fiasco. I love him.
He's over, man.
Is he done?
The community has spoken.
I mean, Drake's still around.
Drake's doing great, man.
He's half white. He's already in.
He's Canadian.
Yeah. And he
That
just
makes
beat
you
a woman.
quarter white.
Drake beat a woman?
Oh no, Drake! I'm thinking about Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. He's that fuddy-duddy.
Yeah, that funny. But he's also around still. He's still doing fine. Yeah.
Oh, the dancing is undeniable, man.
Yeah. A lot can be forgiven for good dancing.
God, you just dance so good. I wish I could dance my problems
Dude,
away.
you fucking can't. You never will be able to, man. And the body on that man. You know what I'm saying? People don't want politics in their dancing.
James Brown got away with it for years.
Yeah.
Great
if you,
dancing.
You can beat the shit out of whoever you want. As long as you can fucking rock that shit, man.
I mean, look at Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He didn't beat up anybody.
I mean, internally.
He didn't fuck kids. He did not fuck kids.
Internally.
He did not fuck kids.
No, he
Michael
did
Jackson
not.
was totally innocent. Okay, well, not,
He just gently caressed kids. He didn't fuck them.
I mean,
Slept
innocent in
with
the
him.
eyes
It
of
was
the
weird.
law.
He definitely kissed him.
You don't sleep with somebody in your bed for weeks and you don't fuck them.
He might
He
have
didn't sleep with
adults.
him for weeks. This is ridiculous. We're not going to get into it.
at the
What are you
burst
talking
of-
about?
Who are you talking
That's
about?
what we do on this show.
Getting into the innocence of Michael Jackson?
He had sleepovers.
At the most, a light fondling. At the absolute
He didn't
most.
do any
If
fondling.
if we can forgive Chris Brown for beating a woman half to death
I
for
didn't
his
forgive him.
dancing,
I don't forgive him either.
then we can forgive Michael Jackson, the man who wrote Thriller.
He
for
did
some-
write Thriller.
He did write Thriller.
Can you guarantee a digit didn't go anywhere? Up
I can
inside
get
a
no
kid?
digits.
No digits.
No
He
digits.
was
He
a
might have
victim of
taken a digit.
racism.
Not even nowhere.
That's an angle I haven't heard before, Ed, that they fucked him.
Yeah, man. You never know.
There were no genitals involved in Michael
one-
Jackson's
So Michael
bedroom.
Jackson didn't bang the kids in his bed for days on end. Who is he, Gandhi?
Good point.
Gandhi did bang kids, didn't he?
Oh,
He did. He
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Really, very bad.
Yeah,
He hit his wife, too.
yeah, Gandhi was a piece of shit.
He
He
was.
was a terrible person.
Yeah.
Gandhi, piece of shit. You heard it here first.
Bergstrom, you have cancer.
Yeah, bloated with cancer.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's in remission.
It's
He's
in
doing
remission.
great.
It's okay. The chemo sucks, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
When do you think your eyebrows are going to come back?
Oh,
You
make
lose
me
your
very
eyebrow? I haven't looked at you.
They're very
Oh,
thin.
yeah.
Yeah, like a
kinda
lizard
cool.
burn victim. It's
How the
great.
pubes?
A super
Oh,
villain
the
thing.
pubes are healthier than ever. They're
It's
gone.
They're gone.
You lose it all, huh?
Yeah, you really just get rid of. It's like goodbye pubes.
Michael Jackson would love you down there.
He
Leave.
Thank you.
Signs you're off
I have
the
to-
show if you say anything about MJ again.
Oh, my God. I'm just talking the truth.
TikTok
here.
it. Yeah, the
He's
subject. It
dead.
should
He'll
be,
never go to jail.
Keep it about my nether regions. No more Michael Jackson. Just keep it about my hairless
Good.
balls.
What was the funnest place that
Christ.
you lost hair on? You know, I have a terrible piece of chest hair I would love to see go away.
Oh, you should try chemo. Yeah,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Get in there. Go in tomorrow. You can come
Isolated.
with. You can have
You're
a,
saving a lot of money on razors
you can
anyway.
have a hit each. Yeah, I was going through a ton of money with razors. It was, it was really just dragging me down.
Cancer, worth it or not worth it? Want your money back?
Shouldn't have signed that contract, Eric.
Yeah, I've saved it. I've saved a ton. It's worth it. You're right.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yep. No reason for shaving cream. That's great.
You guys want to hear some Hitler news?
I do want to
I
hear.
can't believe there's more Hitler.
There's
news.
new news.
There's
Wow.
totally new Hitler news.
He's back, baby.
Oh, he's back. A German historian claims to have discovered written proof verifying the myth that Adolf Hitler had only one testicle. Okay.
So he did have it or he didn't?
He did. He only had one testicle.
I don't know why people are clapping. Number one.
It's
Because he's
amazing.
a freak and he should be ashamed of it. Because you hear that, you testicle people? Go hide in your closet.
You just insulted Mike Tyson.
He's only got one.
He has one
He's
testicle?
got one nut.
So is my dad.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
testicle.
good for
him. Good for Mike
I'm a
Tyson.
one nut kid.
You have one testicle
No,
also?
my dad has one nut. I was born out of one nut.
Oh,
That explains a lot.
Thank you.
kid.
I'm half developed mentally.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, is your dad like strong as fuck?
In the dick?
He must be.
I have been
I know a
beaten up
guy
by
with-
his
yeah.
dick, his dad's dick.
It's
actually.
true, man. Well,
That's the thing. I know a guy with one nut. He's strong as shit. Beats
Yeah.
the fuck out of everybody. Then
You
you
gotta
got Tyson.
overcompensate.
It's like
Yeah.
a mule
testicle.
thing. Like
Maybe
you
it
get
just-
strong when they castrate or whatever they cut it off.
I think it was
Like a
something like
eunuch.
it just like it
Yeah.
grew. It grew too big, and then they had to get rid of one of them.
Does he take testosterone treatments?
No, I don't know
I
what's
don't think,
going
no,
on.
you don't
with it,
need
but
to. I
it's
think one ball's enough.
One just kind of pumps through.
yeah,
if you lose,
it
it's like kidneys. If
overcompensates.
you lose one, then you're still good.
Super Bowl.
Well, I thought one of them is like the my left nut comment is like the left one's useless, but the right one's got the goods in it.
I don't think that that's true.
That's why you
Holden.
say like I could give my left nut. you
I
know?
think that's just
why
something
you
some
can also
idiots
say that
started-
Michael Jackson may or may not have molested like hundreds of children.
I disagree with all of that.
Thousands, maybe.
Hundreds
Well,
of thousands.
did Hitler have one ball before he started World War II?
Absolutely. In a new book published on Friday, Professor Peter Fleischman of the University of Erlangen. I gotta find out what the name of this book is.
Where'd the Jews hide his ball?
He found proof of the German dictator's undescended testicle in a file from Landsberg prison where Hitler was jailed after the abortive Beer Hall Putsch in November 1923. He was writing Mein Kampf. The file contains the report of a medical examination conducted on Hitler after his arrest by Dr. Josef Brinsteiner, Landsberg prison's medical officer. The report records Adolf Hitler, artist, recently writer, as being, quote, healthy and strong, but suffering from right side cryptorchidism.
All right.
Cryptorchidism is a testicle that hasn't moved into the bag of skin below the penis before birth.
So he's got both nuts, but one nut
One's
is just
hiding.
hiding in the attic.
Hiding in the attic. And it ain't coming
He's got
out.
an empty, wrinkly
Where
bag.
is the
hanging.
ball? Show me the ball. Where is it?
Can't you just squeeze it down there?
No, you're hiding it.
You know what? I think it's a power to just have one nut. I mean, the double nut thing, I mean, you can sit on them, you can get them hit very hard, very easily. Testicles are a terrible thing. Why do they ever drop? Stay up
Jumping
and
jacks.
jumping
That's why they
jacks.
shot.
It's because of jumping
He
jacks.
did plenty. He was in the army in World War I. He would have had plenty of time for that thing. If it was, jiggling that brought it down, it would have happened.
That's why he started goose-stepping.
Jackie, you're exploring downstairs of a gentleman. You find out only has one testicle, or dare I say, 0 testicles. What do you do?
Do you turn them in?
No, I feel like I would just play with it, like it's like a beanbag, like a baby,
Right.
like a beanbag baby,
It's like a stress
A
ball.
beanie baby.
Yeah.
beanie baby.
But there's not, so it's like a beanie baby, a baby, a beanie baby,
That's how
a
you play with
beanbag
it.
baby.
That's
A
how you
beanie
play with
baby?
the beanbag baby.
I play with it like a baby.
I just feel like I would squish it.
Yeah.
But you can't really, I mean, I get it's more like a rub in between your four
I would
fingers
try
and
and
your thumb.
I would try and probably knock them out and slice a little hole in it and keep it like a change purse that I couldn't get to all the time, so I could save my allowance in it.
So you want his nuts to be replaced with your petty change?
Yeah, my petty beanbag baby.
Now, I have a question. Do you think that if Hitler was a really, 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 really good dancer,
Like the best
like
dancer,
the fucking best dancer you've ever heard, writes his own hits,
the best dancer you've ever heard.
I mean,
You
seen.
just hear tap 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 tap.
But that's part of it.
Back then, they would listen to
Yeah.
dancing. That was a weird thing back then. They could only listen to it and imagine it in their minds.
Right.
If he was that good, would people like him more?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, he was not known as a good dancer. He was known as
Or a
being
painter.
actually being stodgy.
If he was a good dancer, he would have had a Jew manager.
Good point. Great point, Ed.
Yeah.
So we're not going to edit this one?
Yeah. No, that's fine. No, Ed's Jewish.
That's totally
close
fine.
enough anyway.
I love the idea of the Nazis like dancing into Poland, just like a big production, like the end of Blazing Saddles or whatever Mel Brooks movie that is.
Ed,
Just
give it. Don't you have a good Polish joke
I don't
about
know.
the Nazis?
About the Nazis?
We're walking backwards.
I don't think I do. I got a Polish joke about Jesus. You want to hear that one?
Let's hear it.
What did Jesus say to the Polacks when he was on the cross?
What's that, Ed?
Play it dumb till I get back.
This is Christmas after all. Isn't that nice? Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Rodriguez!
Lupe Rodriguez!
Batting 8th for the Fiascos.
Okay, that makes sense. I like Lupe Fiasco a little bit more, but whatever.
So how good of a dancer does Hitler have to be, like, to say forgive? Like, let's not even say
Gregory Hines.
You can say like
That's
Gregory
the only
Hines
dancer
level?
you know,
That's
right?
not true.
Because that's the only dancer I know.
I know.
Twice as good as
There is
Michael
also the
Jackson.
fella that dated J-Lo for a little while.
Mark Anthony.
No, her background dancer, Chris something.
Chris Jimmy's.
Chris Jimmy's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kevin Federline, he was a dancer.
He was a dancer, and he bone zoned Britney Spears a bunch of times.
Al Jolson.
And wasn't he a great dancer?
You're describing some
Alfonso
real Hitlers
Riviera
here.
was
Alfonso Riviera,
yeah.
Danny Kaye.
one of the better dancers.
Phenomenal. You should watch some Danny Kaye videos.
What about Dean Martin?
He was more
Not
of a
really
crooner.
a dancer.
Yeah,
he
more
really
of a
just
crooner.
swung his shoulders
Yeah,
a little
he's
bit.
What about the guy that had the vacuum commercial a couple of years ago?
That was great. That was great. The
Herbert
Hoover?
Hoover.
No.
No, you're thinking about Gene Krupa.
got those
No,
commercials.
Gene
It was
Krupa's.
Dean
You're
Cain.
thinking of Ginger Baker. No, wait, no, Ginger
No,
Baker
the
was
drummer.
Who's the dancer?
Ginger Baker was in the Jimi Hendrix
Fred
experience.
Astaire?
Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire.
No,
He was
the
a
vacuum
Cream. That's right.
commercials.
Yeah, Ginger Baker was the drummer
Mitch
for
Mitchell
Cream.
was in the Jimi Hendrix
drummer,
experience.
and then Ginger Rogers.
Baker.
Ginger.
Ginger
no,
Rogers.
there
Who's
was-
Ginger
Gregory
Rogers.
Hines.
Wasn't there a Ginger Rogers?
I don't know. Let's find out.
It sounds
mean-
familiar.
So the
I feel
question
like
is, how good of a
Absolutely.
dancer
Ginger
does Hitler have
Rogers
to
used
be?
to dance with Fred Astaire.
Oh, yeah. Look at her.
Ooh,
Isn't-
Ginger, huh?
Now, if Ginger Rogers was Hitler, would you fuck her?
I'm just kidding. She's not that
Not
pretty.
that attractive.
I was like,
I was just trying to give
I
her
didn't
some.
know how
I was
to-
just trying to give her a little extra,
No,
internet.
she's got it.
Nah, she don't
Come
got
on,
it.
put
I
up a
wouldn't
good
buy
one.
her
I mean,
a fucking
She has a
dog bowl.
handsome face.
All right, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Jack,
Hail
he's
Ginger.
right. She's a handsome
She's
woman.
handsome.
I think she's very pretty.
Very lovely.
She's got hair.
I'd buy her a Sunday.
If I could dance real well, I'd give her a couple of jabs.
Oh, she'd love that, Holden. Kevin, best dancer.
Usher's up there, man. People forgot about Usher's
Yeah, that
real
is
good.
true.
He's
Usher is
coming
super
back in a
good.
big way.
Yeah, yeah.
He hasn't left, man. He's been on The Voice.
What about Swayze?
Patrick,
Oh, Patrick Swayze?
it's too dirty.
Swayze versus Usher in a dance-off. I would pay for.
Yeah,
I would pay
we'd
for
have
that.
to
Usher.
bring Swayze back.
Yeah.
Like, so you're talking like 1988 Swayze?
Travolta or Swayze?
Oh,
I'm talking in their
Swayze.
prime. In the prime.
Swayze.
Swayze.
Yeah.
Swayze meant it. He actually wanted to have sex with the women.
Yeah. John Tra's just.
was
He's
just
dancing with
dancing to
Olivia
dance.
Newton-John, but he's got his eye on the boy in the corner.
Yeah,
Old Mr. Scientology. Yum, yum.
Boy in the corner. The old boy in the corner.
that's right.
He
Eddie-
killed his kid.
Who did?
Travolta.
No, he did.
You heard it here first.
Travolta
You
didn't
heard
kill
it here
it.
first, Ben.
Scientology killed the kid.
Scientology didn't kill the kid. The
Well,
tub
they
killed the
did. It
kid.
was Doctor.
He was just trying to take a nap while he was in the tub, and that won't end well.
He's not Whitney.
That's what happened to his kid.
No,
You know,
His kid fell in a tub.
Yeah,
No, that
but
was
he
Eric
wasn't taking a
Clapton.
nap. He was playing grab ass. He was horse playing.
He wasn't playing grab ass
yeah,
in the
with
tub.
his daddy.
What is wrong with you?
You know, Whitney Houston's last movie was Sparkle, but what she needed was a snorkel.
Happy
What the hell is
holidays.
happening?
It's hard to play grab
kinda
ass in
like
the tub. It's always slipping out your hand. It's all slippery. That.
All right, well, rest. Bobby Christina, get better.
What are you talking about? You
Oh man, I thought she was still in a coma. I don't keep up with. Bobby Christina's gone, huh?
She died good 2-3 months ago.
Isn't
man.
that
That was a while ago, man.
Well, I always loved her. I loved her mother's music.
Yeah, because she fucking mattered. Why were we so upset about her?
Because she's a human being.
It was, yeah. Well,
Lots of human beings.
it was interesting the way
Let's take
it
off
all
the sweater.
happened.
He's getting heated.
It was an interesting story. Yeah.
All right, and I do want to say Eddie just took off his Miami
Ed is
Dolphin
heated.
sweater. He is wearing a reddish shirt that has an afro and a mustache on it, and it says, "Hug me, I'm Harry." Very nice, Ed. Very nice shirt.
Thumbs up, man.
Hell, thanks. It was a gift.
I like that.
That's very good.
I only wear gifts. I don't buy stuff for myself.
Good, Ed. Good.
Yeah, that's why you're always
can
wearing
tell.
wrapping paper. When you go out. You idiot.
Good joke, Holden.
That was
Very
dope, man.
Fucking sleep in a bag.
rolling with it. That's nice. All right. So, is there another news story?
There is. Police arrested a 24-year-old Sturbridge man in connection.
What is this place?
It's in Massachusetts. Sturbridge.
Okay.
Yeah. Police arrested a 24-year-old Sturbridge man in connection with a reported vandalism to a vehicle after linking him to some nacho cheese and jalapeno peppers left behind at the crime scene.
Every time.
Oh wait, oh no, not jalapeno poppers.
Peppers. Not poppers, peppers.
It's on the nachos. You got the peppers.
Not
But
the
I love
poppers.
jalapeno poppers.
Oh, we all love
Popper
jalapeno
on
poppers.
nachos might be the greatest thing that's ever
The
happened.
popper on the nacho, too much.
No, it's not.
Yeah, man.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, Marcus, speak for yourself. You don't speak for the world, man.
I do not. I do not, Kevin. And thank you for bringing me back down to earth. Robert M. DeBusk, 24, of Main Street, Sturbridge, was arrested Friday and charged with breaking and entering into a vehicle at night for a felony, malicious damage to a motor vehicle, and destruction of property. Police were flagged down on Main Street by a man who reported his car had been vandalized. The car, a 2005 Ford Focus, had smashed windows and four flash slashed tires, but it was the nacho cheese and jalapenos smeared onto the roof that gave police the hot lead that broke the case open.
I love this.
Officer.
Great reporting.
Oh, yeah, it is great. Officer Adam Zymanski went to a nearby convenience store at 501 Main Street, knowing that it sells nachos with melted cheese. Surveillance video from the store showed DeBusk portraying an order of nachos with cheese and jalapenos at about 1 a.m. the night before. The man who owned the car said he and DeBusk had engaged in a text messaging spat earlier in the evening, and that DeBusk had gone to his house and pounded on the door at about midnight. And so therefore, Robert M. DeBusk was fingered as the nacho cheese vandal.
This is a setup.
Why?
This is a setup.
Because Jackie
Because
did
if
it.
you eat
Jackie.
nachos
Do you smell a rat?
No, I mean, you don't suck the cheese off your fingers, you're an idiot and a monster. And this man can't get very far with having cheese all over his paws. And so I think...
I think he dumped the cheese on the top of the car.
On purpose.
Yeah, I think he slashed the tires, took a break to eat some nachos, and then decided, I'm going to put the cheese on.
Break?
That's what I think.
It's tough to vandalize a car.
I think it was a waitress. I blame a waitress.
Throw a rock at it.
Is that right?
No, it wasn't a waitress situation. This was at a convenience store.
Ew, nachos at a convenience
That's
store.
how they traced it back. This is some of the best detective work we've ever talked about on this show.
Sounds like white trash Sherlock.
Yes. That's right. Slunk.
We gonna figure out how your darn windows got smashed in there, George.
Let me smell your breath. Thought so. Jalapeno all the way.
This is where a sort of a slow, dim-witted Deputy Dewey type comes in handy when he licks the nacho cheese off the top of the car and knows exactly where he's tasted that before.
Those are from the Piggly Wiggly. They ain't no movie theater nachos.
You would know.
They probably call him in specifically for food-related crimes.
I love it. We rarely have good detective stories, but this is a true. This is a caper that was solved.
It was still on the reporter. All these facts, just facts. I love this guy. I think he deserves a promotion.
I mean, Mass Live is a pretty good site.
Who wrote it, though?
It doesn't have a name.
Doesn't have a name?
Patrick Johnson.
Patrick Johnson.
Let's
Thank-
get this guy a promotion.
Click on another one of his articles. What else is he reporting?
Ooh, fundraiser planned at high school basketball game for Turner's Falls assistant principals. Cancer fight.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Oh, but he's got lung cancer.
Boring.
His own fault.
He can go to hell.
I agree with Jackie.
Is there an inner cancer?
Thank you, Holden.
I think it was the way waitress. I'm not saying
There
the
is no
waitresses
waitress.
worked there. I'm saying that there was a waitress
there
in the
was a
convenience store.
waitress. You ever seen the movie It Could Happen to You? It
Yeah.
Could Happen to You?
Yeah, it's a real waitress.
You're robbed by a person eating nachos?
Yeah, no, it was like a lottery ticket, and Nicolas Cage was in it.
I love that
And
movie.
they fall in love. Oh my God, they fucking fall in love.
I love Nicolas
I
Cage.
just really want a jalapeno popper now.
Yeah.
They got me thinking about
They
it.
serve them here at the Creek in the Cave.
Interesting.
You know, they're great in theory, but I feel like I always burn my whole mouth up on the
Got to.
first
part
one,
of the experience.
and then I don't
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of them.
That's
gotta
the
wait
ride.
on it.
Blow on it,
Yeah.
buddy.
Poke a hole in
it's
that
hot on the
shit.
inside.
Yeah,
It's
poke
the
a hole.
molten core. Poke a hole.
Poke a hole in that shit.
Poke a hole, blow on it like a flute, and then you bake a friend tiger.
Science class?
Huh?
You go no science?
Go to science.
You go no science?
Me not know science. Me know mathematics.
You got poke hole.
Me know mathematics. If you play the wrong song to the tiger, though, it will get aggressively horny. So definitely watch that.
Aggressively so.
Aggressively horny. It would be a bit of a Michael Jackson if you.
Okay, so not full, not all the way, not full penetration, but uncomfortableness.
Yeah, just he'll take you to a
gotta cuddle
secret
with it.
room in his
make you
house
go down
behind
on
his
him.
bed,
Yeah.
and he'll read you bedtime stories. That's pretty much what he'll do.
And you gotta go on a roller coaster.
Yeah, and you got to sit on his lap while he does it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nothing too
but
much.
nothing too much. But
You just feel a little.
it's enough.
afterwards.
It's
It's
weird.
enough.
You thought it would be a good time, but it's weird.
Eric, what's the least sympathetic form of cancer? What cancer patients do you just hate?
Oh, you mean the cancers?
Yeah,
that
lung
you just
cancer.
shit on? Like
Yeah.
the real...
Look, Eddie can make fat jokes because he's large. I can make tall jokes because I'm tall. You can make cancer jokes
Like the
because
lazy cancer.
Yeah.
It's probably, oh, God, let's see. Yeah, it's not breast cancer. I'll go with breast cancer.
Bold choice. I like
choice.
it.
Come on, man.
No, the
I
right
don't-
choice.
Well, I don't know because all it takes to check for breast cancer is to rub on the tits a little bit.
Sure.
And if you're not doing a regular tit check, that's a little lazy.
Yeah,
Jackie?
fun check.
How you doing?
Checking, checking,
1, 2, 3.
cancer free.
Yeah.
I think both testicular cancer as well. Super
Sure.
lazy because all you got to do is check your balls, which feels good.
Just touching
And-
yourself.
And why aren't you going to do something that feels good already?
Those
I
are just
jam on
perv
my
cancers.
Constantly checking for cancer.
Yeah, constantly, all the time.
Butthole.
What about that little bump, that little clump of veins in your nuts? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know.
That's
I know.
normal. That's normal.
Yeah. That's fucking fun.
Well, they can.
What do you do with it, Ed? You tie it into a knot?
you squeeze it a little bit, and it makes you a little weird. You
Yeah,
know?
it is super. It does kind of.
You're probably like blocking off.
Yeah, it's like the funny bone of your balls. It's great.
Yeah.
They're called the vas deferens.
It's true.
Oh, really?
Is it like putting your finger too far into your belly button?
No.
I hate that feeling.
That is rough.
It's like using a Q-tip in your ear.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels good.
like a little.
I leave it alone, man.
You got to get in there.
I'd say all
leave it
types
alone.
of cancer. They're pretty lazy.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're just not good people.
Have you been able to use your cancer for your own benefit? You getting free sandwiches at Subway or anything?
I get free sandwiches here.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Yeah,
Worth it.
but so do I. And I'm,
So you can either be a station manager for Cave Comedy Radio or get cancer, and the benefits are the same.
Yeah, they're about the same. Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
We're equal.
Marcus, you made the wrong choice.
You have so much more work to do.
yeah, I do. I
He
do.
literally sleeps all day.
Yeah, I do have a shitload more work than you do. We both get free sandwiches.
It's pretty cool.
It's not fair, is what it's not.
You gotta get cancer.
Marcus,
buddy.
man, why are you desperately trying to make this about you? Eric has cancer.
usual.
Man.
Once again, Kevin, thank you for bringing me back down to earth. I appreciate it.
Let's have some popper
holidays.
nachos.
You are my rock. Yes, we'll have some poppers afterwards.
So what's this guy facing for eating the nachos and slamming them on the car there and breaking all the windows and slashing the tires? That's a pretty big offense. Huh?
felony?
Isn't that
Full
something?
on felony.
You get dosed to trace years in jail for nacho crime.
Oh yeah, man. Malicious damage to a motor vehicle and destruction of property.
Both, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Eddie,
Yeah.
how was your experience in South Africa? Are you more or less racist now that you've been to South Africa?
You know what's interesting? They have over there. They have the mixed race. It's its own race,
What is it? What's it called?
colored.
Oh,
And it's really weird, and it made me uncomfortable.
Would they call him colored?
They call themselves that. Yeah, they love it.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah,
real.
It's like a specific like pride ethnicity type thing.
Yeah, it's
a whole
they're not
subculture.
white, they're not black, they're colored. And it's really like it's interesting how they with that. I'll say that made me kind of open my eyes a little bit.
In which way?
Well, the new super race that's eventually going to form.
That's
They are
right.
stronger.
These people are going to run the joint.
Yeah.
Stronger.
They're beautiful
faster.
too.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful women?
Oh yeah, South Africa has a lot of beautiful women.
Yeah. Did you
Beautiful men too. Everyone looks. You got to be in shape there because the constant threat of death.
That'll do it. How long would Holden survive in South Africa, Eddie?
How many?
Man, they would love to kill you. Everyone, the animals.
I'll bring my mini chimes when I go in order to greet them all.
Do you greet them with every person that you greet? Do you only greet them the first time you meet them, or every single time?
Oh, greet them when you meet them. Greet them every moment you see them.
So it's just a constant
Just a multiple.
ringing.
I just put all my chimes in a single bag and I throw the bag on the ground every new person I see. So if it's a busy street, then you'll be hearing it.
You are
You'll be
reckless
hearing
with your
Holden.
chimes.
Yeah,
You're gonna get all tangled, man.
I like breaking all my chimes.
Yeah.
I got chimes, as many chimes as I got dimes. That's been my phrase. That's been my phrase every day of my life since I want to say like 11.
Yeah. Oh, so you got into chimes at 11.
I got into chimes at 11. A guy looked like Bob Dylan. His name was Milk Boy. He showed me how to create and use chimes.
You sound like you own a store in New Haven.
Yeah, so chimes are my thing. If anybody wants to tweet at me, I don't have a Twitter. But if you want to ask me questions about chimes, I don't know, man.
Follow you on Twitch.
Ask a guy, get my number, and text me about it. I'll answer only 4 questions about chimes, though, to one single person.
Does anybody in here have any questions for Holden about chimes?
Wood or metal?
No! It makes me furious!
What makes you, just the question?
Did you see her when she said it? Did you see what she did when she said
No,
it?
I didn't.
Oh,
I was
man.
checking for lumps.
Oh my God.
Oh, so she was touching herself.
Right. And she was asking questions about
Chimes.
chimes.
It's gonna be the last thing I say when I choke you to death. Checking for lumps.
Through clenched teeth.
Yeah, what honestly though, I can't be checking myself for lumps. This is fucking. That'll take fucking a day and a half for me to do that. You serious?
Just do like once a month?
It takes so long to do that.
Once a month, one Saturday a month. You got one Saturday a month.
Someone says you
It's a
have to
fun day.
definitely check for lumps. I'm jumping off a bridge.
Isn't that why you got a girlfriend so you could, help with the
You
lumps?
would think that, but his skin's so greasy, your hand slides right off.
See, you're assuming she has physical contact with me.
Yes, I am. I usually assume that. Yeah.
Yes.
With girlfriends. Yeah.
Love works in many, many ways, is what Lexi tells me. Love is a different thing for different people.
Can't you poke you with a chime or something?
No, it makes me too horny. So we tried that. I shot everywhere. We were at dinner at a public restaurant.
Yeah, public.
Which restaurant?
Public restaurant.
What kind of food? What was it, like seafood?
I think it was
hamburgers.
Cindy's Galapagos Island delicacies. So we ate a lot of Gila monsters.
Turtles.
And turtles. They sold turtle shell. They sold Ninja Turtle shells.
Oh.
And they put little different colored bands around them. We'd eat them.
Okay, and so you've been there, Jason.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I used to go when it was private, but now they open it up. It's public.
And
now.
then the manager called and he told you to be manager. I forgot about we used to work as a manager there. For
Yeah,
4
I used to
years.
manage the place, and there was a lot of. I don't know where this is going.
You were the one that decided to put a
barber
barber shop in the corner of the restaurant, which everyone thought was gross.
Yeah, we had a lot of good clientele. We had Michael Jackson,
Puff
we had
Daddy.
Hitler. Yeah, Usher came in a couple times.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson was in there for a few
Mace
times.
as well.
he's got
Puff Daddy
AIDS.
came
You
in
know,
with
I
Mace
just
twice.
Mace,
realized
Chris Brown.
his name's Magic Johnson. I mean, I never really
Like a magical dick
Yeah, like
that
a magical
would give people
dick.
AIDS.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I never
That's how
really
he got
got
AIDS.
Yeah.
I never really put that in there. Well, that's why that's how he's still alive.
Oh, good point.
One could argue that his AIDS is what is magic.
Yeah,
His name is Irvin.
Irvin.
Yeah. The nickname is
Irvin?
Magic.
Or like
Irvin.
Irving?
It's Irvin.
Irvin.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irvin.
But he's Magic Johnson.
He's Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay.
That was
Nobody call
Irving.
nobody
No one's
Irvin.
calling him Irvin.
It's Irvin.
No, it's Irvin.
Irvin?
No
That's
G.
not a name.
That's a
name. It's Magic
name.
nerd's
Johnson's
name.
That's why he went by
That's why he
Magic.
changed- Yeah, you got Magic.
Yeah, it's like like you don't know Anthony Hardaway, you know Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, a guy named Irvin doesn't get his dick sucked or fuck in the butt.
Neither does Anthony.
Man named Magic.
Yeah.
all the time.
Could you imagine though, like trying to be doing comedy and having a confidence to call yourself Magic as your first name? Like if I went around as Magic Barnett.
Oh man, I want you to do it now.
There's two guys in LA named Magic.
For real? Comedians?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Are they
They-
two guys named? No, they're stand-up
Are
comedians.
they
Wait, do they
equally
just say-
magic? Are they equally magic?
Well, they're equally bad comedians. If that's not magical.
LA's
Oh,
a
and
big
Signs
magic
would
town.
know. He does a thing called Signs.
Thank you for the plug. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Go to science.com. Have a
Soon to
laugh.
be a book.
It was
Bit of a
Science
movie
Science.
deal.
It started on the Roundtable,
It
right?
did. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. You're welcome.
I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for my life and my career and everything I've gotten. Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Come on down to Galapagos Island this Tuesday. We're going to be having some good food with Holden and his family.
Sandy's, yeah, it's Sandy's. Sandy's or Cindy's. You can call the restaurant whatever you want. It's a
down,
new
yeah,
kind of restaurant where you get to call it whatever name you want.
Sandy's. They don't really have
the
a
new
sign.
trend.
They don't have a sign on the.
You see whatever you
That's my
think
business.
the name
Science,
is.
yeah. I'll put it-
Shitties.
It could be Shitties if you want it to be Shitties. Shitties will appear on the sign because it sees what you in your mind.
Cool.
But if you come down, you have to admit that Michael Jackson touched kids.
Not
You
gonna
have
go
to.
then.
Okay.
I mean, well, I'm not. You're misunderstanding my argument.
It's just a
completely.
weird time. It's just a weird time with him. If you're a little kid and you're with him,
It's a weird time.
Things
It's a
are
weird time.
It's a
It's
weird-
not a good memory.
No, it's not.
It's a great memory.
They all became rich.
Penis.
Michael, shut up, Jason. Signs.
There's no genitals involved
You
whatsoever.
don't pay millions of
That's
dollars
not-
if you don't touch a kid's dick.
No, you
Jason,
pay
you're a
millions of-
racist.
He only fucked the poor kids.
No, he did not. Michael Jackson was a front man of the most successful band in the country when he was 8 years old.
Yeah, then they all
You-
fucking
that- wait,
raped
Moses-
him.
what?
He was.
They all took turns on his little ass.
Yeah,
That's very correct.
He did get
Jermaine
horribly
fucking
abused.
Tito.
Michael was
fucked him up.
asexual. We've talked about this before.
He's an
He did not
asexual
have sex
predator.
with anybody. I mean, except for that white woman there. I
Lisa
forget
Marie
it.
Presley.
No, he never had sex with Lisa
Oh,
Marie
they
Presley.
squeezed them out and they
Remember the
squirted
music
it in
video?
him.
No, it was
Liza Minnelli.
No, it wasn't. It was
Liz
this Becky
Taylor.
girl.
Liz
No,
Taylor.
Becky?
It was a large
No,
woman.
Liz Taylor.
No, Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross
Diana
was also
Ross.
there.
No, they did
Ross.
the Wiz together.
Yeah, but
I
then he
love
started
The Wiz.
fucking pretending to
Aretha
pork her.
Franklin?
No, not Aretha.
Moron schmucks.
Macaulay Culkin.
I will seriously throw you off the show.
In hindsight,
Debbie Rowe, for Christ's sake. It was Debbie Rowe. That's who he was.
Lisa Marie Presley.
That's the mother of the children. you
children, you're
fucking
right.
dickheads.
Lisa Marie Presley's the mother of the children.
Oh, yeah. as a
No,
mother.
she's not. No,
She
they never
wasn't
fucked.
in.
Do I have to be right about everything all
Debbie
the time?
Rowe wasn't in The Wiz.
Nah, whatever. No, I know Debbie Rowe was in the
Diana
Wiz.
Ross was.
Yeah, that's right.
He never had
Never
sex
say
with
that,
Diana
Kissel,
Ross.
you idiot.
Happy
she wasn't in the
holidays.
fucking Wiz.
Jackie,
No.
what you need to do is continue on being you.
Debbie Rowe is white. There were no white people in The Wiz.
Debbie Rowe is the one who mothered the children.
Exactly. You said she was in The Wiz.
She went to
No, I
Hollywood
said
High
Diana
School.
Ross
What a
was
great
in the Wiz.
They used to call her Debbie
Wiz
O
is-
because she could shoot in 2 seconds if you were laying it on her.
Happy Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy holiday.
No, Debbie Rowe and the kids are doing great. The kids are doing great, and they love their father, Michael.
The Wiz is a
So she had
fantastic
he
black
had no
production.
kids with Lisa
Don't need
Marie?
the white
No,
people.
that was a sham of a marriage.
Yeah, that was
They're all
all.
shams.
Yeah, that was a big sham.
That was fun, though.
I mean, it was a weird music video.
It's nice.
Keep it in the
naked.
closet. Ow!
Knowing what you know, if you were a 12-year-old boy, would you spend 4 hours in a room alone with Michael
Yes.
Jackson?
You roll the dice, man. God
What's
damn.
wrong with you people?
You fucking roll the dice.
Yes,
you know you
man.
gotta
There's
roll
nothing
the
in the
dice.
room.
Yeah.
I would
You
hope
just-
for it, or
yeah.
else that means I'm ugly if he doesn't touch me.
Well,
I'll
okay,
tell you what, for
necessarily.
one solo song from Michael Jackson a cappella, you take one. You take it.
and it's not even a molestation. It's just an uncomfortable
weird
time.
He was
It's a
found
weird
innocent
time.
in a court of law.
It's
Yeah.
an expensive
Twice.
concert ticket, but you take it.
Listen, I say this, man. You have way more chance in your life of dying in a horrible car crash than you do being fucked by Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
And people still drive every day.
Happy holiday.
Yeah, I mean, at least Jacko had 2 balls. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, think about this. You either get molested or you learn how to moonwalk, or at least get a lesson.
Oh, was that him? Was moonwalking a metaphor for him not getting molested?
Yeah, that's him like back in the day.
Whoa, all right, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, it's ass first though.
No, wait, no, you don't turn your back on him.
Yeah.
That's when they get you.
Gotta get out of here.
Yep, the old Italian exit.
Dude, I'm
All
gonna
right.
dedicate the rest of this winter to learning the moonwalk, man. I'm doing it. I'm
it.
fucking
Okay.
come back with
Do
some
it.
fly
Do
ass
it, Kev, man.
moonwalk.
Then you can
dude.
do anything you want.
So we're
with
saying
it.
May 1st you can moonwalk?
By
Magic
May 1st?
Barnett.
Oh, I'm gonna find a fucking perfect moonwalk by then, man.
All right. I
All
can't
right.
wait.
Bergstrom
excited
doesn't
about that.
have long. So, what is your final
Thank you for
assessment
informing me.
of Michael? Yeah, I am a doctor. What's your
check him
final?
somewhere
We have
else?
to just solve the whatever you say about Michael Jackson. I will go with.
I just, if he's not fucking kids, where's he putting all his cum?
Good point. Good point. Where's the cum?
Maybe he's like a spider. He's making webs out of it.
Follow the cum.
That's fun.
But well, so
I mean,
yeah, you're saying yes.
It's a valid question.
He seems most interested in kids.
Right. Where's the cum?
Maybe
He's
baffled.
asexual.
Yeah, he's
Nothing's
love the monkey,
asexual.
too.
What's it? Rocks are
I
asexual.
forgot about the monkey.
Humans aren't.
There is the
Yeah.
monkey.
The monkey
was
saw
it,
some
Mr.
shit,
Bubbles.
dude.
Bubbles was the name of
Bubbles.
Michael Jackson's
Bubbles
monkey.
saw some
It was a
shit.
great friendship. Bubbles had a wonderful life, okay?
Whatever happened to Bubbles?
He died of old age.
It's a shit name for a monkey. I'd name my
what?
monkey.
He's
I'd
working
name
in
him
Congress.
Goggles.
Goggles?
Absolutely, way better name than Bubbles.
Why?
Because those help you see when you're swimming.
No, nipples.
Oh, yeah, and
Nipples is
by
a
the
big-
way, assholes, Bubbles is still alive.
Thank
Fuck
you.
yeah, Bubbles.
So he knows the truth. We find him. We get the key.
Yeah, you know he knows sign language. At least he knows fucking Apple.
Yeah.
They all know Apple.
If he can sign molest,
Molest.
we'll know.
Huh, me and Bubbles are the same age.
And IQ.
Born in a, yeah. If only
Shut
I was
up,
as smart
Jason
as-
Signs. Don't make fun of Marcus Parks, you fucking
Come
punny piece of shit. Go put up a sign.
All right.
Good God. Talking isn't the strong suit, I'll tell you that.
Good Lord, why are you after?
Because he made fun of Marcus.
I can handle a.
No,
I
you
can,
can't. I know. I know. You're making fun of Marcus. I'm going to put up a Kissel poster.
Yeah, see, actually, Jason, that was fine, but you were just hurt there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just
Happy holidays.
kisses from Kissel would just put you in jail.
He puts you in jail.
You kiss me, you kiss me, you kiss me.
Kissels from Kissel, yeah.
Yeah.
Kisses from Kissel.
Yeah, Omar on the chat says, wow, Ben comes with the strong hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, thanks, Omar from the chat.
Yeah, see, again.
Why do you not like Omar?
It was a
Yeah.
Is that our Omar?
No.
Oh, it's not
It's
our
Omar from Lubbock.
Well, then I take that as a
all our
compliment.
Omars.
I have 2 strong hands.
Ben, it's a new year. We gotta bury the hatchet. Just admit that Michael Jackson touched kids' penises, and we can let this all go.
Did not touch me and Bubbles around the same age.
What's
Isn't
up?
that
Where's
something?
Bubbles now?
And you know what? Also around the same intelligence.
Wow,
Kind of
just
a-
like the Titanic.
Kind of a funny,
God, he was
kind of a
like
funny joke there if you think about the intelligence
God,
of
Ben, that
Bubbles,
was bad.
a
dude.
monkey,
Go kiss him.
and then
Kiss somebody.
Marcus.
Somebody.
Take it easy, Signs.
Is he in hiding?
Yeah,
really,
is
the
Bubbles
last-
the monkey in hiding?
Wow, we really don't know about what went on with Bubbles.
Did he molest?
Did he inherit the entire estate?
He
Oh
has
my
the
God,
files.
is Bubbles the fucking lunatic?
Is he the
fingered all his
molester?
kids?
Maybe the middleman was Michael Jackson,
Whoa.
and he's bringing
the
kids to
monkey.
Bubbles.
Bubbles is the richest monkey prince of all.
This is a theory I could get behind.
I like
Right.
this.
All
He's
right.
just the dealer.
Bubbles has been in the Great Ape Preserve for quite a few years now.
Oh, okay. Where's
He
that?
don't belong there, man.
I'll have to check.
Jerry Sandusky.
No.
And this is what the monkeys do. They traffic in. They put the gorilla costume on the little boys, and they traffic them into that preserve.
Yeah, and then they mate.
Yeah,
Kevin,
and
do you
war
think,
on each
do you
other.
think Bubbles is a rape enabler?
No, Bubbles shouldn't be in the fucking. Listen, Bubbles did what he had to do. All right?
He's got
That's
those
the first
opposable
thing.
thumbs.
And he shouldn't be sitting there in some fucking great ape exhibit like he's just some other monkey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not who he is.
Yep.
He probably used to fuck Michael Jackson. You know what? You know the type of shit you can say to the other chimps when you used to fuck Michael Jackson, you shouldn't be in that place.
Yeah, any
I don't
monkey that can use a bidet should not be in a preserve.
He has fallen from grace.
They can take off his little overalls
He
and
used
use
to
that
ride.
bidet.
Yeah. He rode roller coasters every single day. She was in his backyard. Most humans can't say they had roller coasters in their backyard.
Yeah.
Bubbles can.
This monkey should be living at the fucking White House.
Here's an interesting little fact about Bubbles. This is the last thing we know of him. This is from almost 6 years ago. LaToya Jackson visited him a year after Michael Jackson died at the Great Apes Preserve in Florida.
Tell me more.
That's all we
Monkey
know.
Jungle?
That's all we know.
Which Great
What'd she
Apes
tell him?
Preserve?
Like you're off the hook.
The
Bubbles.
Center for Great Apes in Florida.
I know Monkey Jungle exists. That's,
Yeah?
There's
Yeah,
a
That's
preserve
in
by my
Miami.
house.
Wasn't there a situation where there was a great escape?
No, Parrot Jungle got blown away, and now all the parrots inhabit South Florida.
It's wild down there, man.
Isn't that
There's a
wild?
new animal in South Florida, which one was it? It's just like there's always a new animal.
Skink?
A greekle?
Skank.
Skink.
What's a skink?
Skinks are weird.
What are they?
They're like
Coyotes.
snake lizards.
Coyotes now.
Oh, they're down there now?
No, I want to know what a
Coyotes.
skink is.
It's like
It moves like a snake, but it's got legs.
It's a lizard and it's got like weird like colors on its back, like it's brown and blue and purple and kind of red. But then it also has a tail that like curls up like mad, like a cinnamon roll.
Is it a
I've
new
seen a lot of
species
skinks
entirely?
lately.
Really?
it new?
In Tampa?
Yeah, I live by my mom's house. Yeah. the
Oh,
skink.
wow, it's awesome
It's
looking.
cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking little animals.
Yeah,
Look at those little arms on him.
They're weird.
Looks
They
like it
move
wants
like
a little
snake.
beer.
They got legs.
slithering
Guys,
around,
look
man.
under your chairs. You all got one for Christmas.
So that's kind of evolution, huh? Do you think snakes are going to get feet in the future? Who knows?
So skinks
skink.
fuck kids.
There's this one part
right up inside their little penises, the little vaginas.
There's a neighborhood in Davie, Florida, where they released all the monkeys from the old Tarzan movie they filmed there in the 50s.
They just released them to Florida. These
They
animals?
just let them go when the movie was done filming, and now like this part of Davie, Florida, just has monkeys.
Yeah, Florida's fucked up, man.
Yeah, they just
There's monkeys
let
running
everybody-
all through that shit in the Everglades, and iguanas are now like a
bison,
big.
too.
thing
Iguanas
in
are a
South
big
Florida.
problem in Boca.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
They weren't
and
there.
They weren't.
Now they're getting
yeah.
hit by cars left and right.
20 years ago, there was no iguanas. Now they like overran Florida. They grow
What
like
happened?
6 feet. It's
People
crazy.
release them.
They're monsters.
And anything can live in Florida because it's so fucking hot.
Even my parents.
I remember a couple years
a good
ago.
one.
A couple
That
years
was a
ago.
good one, Ben. I'm not gonna let that one
Parents
go.
are real
Happy
iguanas.
holidays.
Thank you so
happy
much.
holidays.
Great one.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
2016, Kissel's Kisses. It's coming. It's going to be big.
He came out of nowhere like a monster. He attacked me. I was on the train. I was just trying to peacefully play Candy Crush, and he kissed me.
I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna kiss you.
My comedy goof is a felony?
He said it was for a book deal.
Oh, yeah. That'll be the name of the book.
deal.
All right, now it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
What wackadoo Christmas time? I hate it. We all hate it.
I like it.
I'm
like
ready
it.
for it. Actually, I like Christmas, but I'm stressed out these days because
Why?
I gotta put all these Christmas decorations on Marcus's house.
Oh my God!
No.
It's the 20th, and all we're bare. My horrible apartment is bare.
As we all know, Marcus lives in a tiny hut, but behind a giant facade of a house. And we need to put Christmas decorations on that cardboard, or it's more like a old-time
it's
Hollywood
like a
set
Western
piece.
set. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the front of your house look like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? Which I think is a pretty boring brick building, right? So we'll just paint it up to look like that, the slat. And then on Christmas Day, an inflatable elevator is going to shoot out from it.
The slat.
Yeah.
That's technically the second book, though. That's unlike the first one.
It happens
the
at the
hell
very
are
end
you
of the first
talking
one.
about?
Yeah,
The movie.
Elevator
Elevator.
Yeah, your
And it
gibberish
happens
has
in
to
the
be
movie,
book
but I-
accurate.
Yeah, well, I'm painting it to look like the movie. Well, we can't make it look like the book. What's in the
because
book's
you
in your
use
imagination.
You're painting it to look like the end of a movie?
Yeah, no. We're gonna paint the front to look like, and every day Marcus can.
What's this got to do with Christmas?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
Willy Wonka
that
isn't a
is true.
Christmas
What does
movie.
it
It's a
not have to
chocolate
do? It's
movie.
got candy inside.
No, it's about...
Candy is the
Well, it's not
That's not true.
Valentine's Day.
Easter.
Wait,
I
it's
agree.
candy.
Easter is.
Yeah, and so I go home every day into what
Get
looks
sick on chocolate. Yeah.
No, but I don't have any chocolate at home.
Yeah, you're right. Inside
I just,
it's very
I just
barren.
walk inside through what looks like.
With a cane until you get to the door, and then you do a flip.
But that's not when I go inside. That's when I come outside.
And then on Christmas Day, an inflatable elevator.
It goes into what is the worst part of the chocolate factory.
Yeah, the lobby.
The lobby is super. Yeah, it looks like this. So all the kids would be like, "What's inside, Papa?" And then Papa would be like, "Oh, you."
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie before.
Oh, like, oh, me brandy. You know?
Right.
That sucked.
I thought it was really positive. Very good.
I would
don't know
love
what it is.
to be fucking Willy Wonka. I would love to be Willy Wonka. And if you all, and you're all hypocrites and criminals if you don't want to be Willy Wonka.
I don't even get to be fun Willy Wonka. I get to be fake cripple Willy Wonka.
Yeah, he rules. He knew about like bands before they got big.
What's the premise of this one again?
Say what?
What are we doing here?
Oh, decorating the house.
Marcus's house for Christmas.
The fucking elevator will be green and red. Jesus Christ, that
But
help
it's
all
not
you
even
people?
a decoration. That's an elevator.
It pops out on Christmas Day.
And it's
People are
inflatable.
like,
It's not even a
"Whoa."
functional elevator. It's just a big inflatable thing.
So everybody can look at it and wonder if it's about Christmas.
When you go home this Christmas, I want you to never come back.
Yeah. I feel like
I
we
feel like
should.
Kevin fucking McAllister up at this bitch. And if I get home alone, you'll all be upset. You'll all be sad.
We wouldn't notice.
You were always home alone. I think we should. I think we should have a new segment.
No,
Holden is
started.
Holden, you know what we didn't talk about though? How I made you 20 minutes late to work for an audition we did this week.
Oh my God,
But we'll talk
man.
about that later.
Ben
I
almost
can't
got
believe
fired
it.
for it.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay, well, at least there was some karma involved.
Oh, both of you guys almost got fired
Yeah,
because
he
of
was
Ben
20
this
minutes.
week?
Somebody was late, and the audition lady was like, "I'm sorry, somebody's late. You know, I don't know what to do." And I'm like, "Well, it's really fucking me over right now, so I hope he gets here soon." And then in walks Kissel. I'm like, "Had to."
God damn.
Hilarious.
I finally
started
announced.
smoking cigarettes that I know, and I could have wasted some more time.
But did both of you at least fail the audition?
I
Yes.
crushed it.
Oh, it was hilarious with Ben. It was supposed to be like not mean, and he was super mean. We signed confidentiality contracts, by the way, so we shouldn't talk too much about the content. But remember, you were really mean, and she was like, "Okay, you don't want to be like aggressively mean."
Yeah, and I was like, I'll just do it the way I want to do
Yeah,
it.
we went in together. Yeah.
That's how you book gigs, man. That's how you
Like
get
the way
That's
it
the
was
best
supposed to be
audition
like,
we've
"Here, I'm here to help you," and the way
No, that's
it
not
was
true.
like,
That's not
"All right, here, person, have this."
Ben, didn't you not get Bigfoot? Like the part you were born to play?
Well,
Why
Marcus,
didn't you get Bigfoot?
It's so funny that you mentioned that. Politics are strange. And in Hollywood, there is a lot of sizeism.
And they're really unfair about being incredibly late.
Yeah.
Oh, who gives a flying fuck? I don't want a goddamn commercial.
Kevin?
Oh, all right. Decoration. No, that just reminded me though of this commercial shit. I just remember a couple years ago, it was a time when
When you still had to go on commercial auditions?
But it was a couple years ago. We went to one, and it just happened to be that like a ton of comedians were there all at the same time. There was like me, Jermaine, and Josh was there. Like Joe Mandy was there, Noah Garfinkel. All these people, all these comedians are there, and they told us it ended up being Apple commercials, but they told us it was for like B&H Photo. And we get there, and I guess Josh had like a cut or like a pimple or whatever it was on his face. And so he tried to like cover it up with makeup, but then he was going to an audition. He didn't want them to see that, so he covered up the whole face. But he got the wrong color, and he basically blackfaced himself.
Oh my God.
And we were all shitting on him. Yeah, it was Rabinowitz. And we just going in on him. Every comedian just destroying Josh about it. And then he books the commercial.
I'm gonna book it, Holden. I crushed you in that commercial.
That's a powerful message about racism in Hollywood.
That's right.
And I'll tell you what, Ben, if you want a different segment, you can do this one. You have to name Marcus's horse, okay? But Kevin, it's decorate a Christmas house.
All right, decorated Christmas house. All right.
Marcus has a horse?
Decorating Marcus.
In this scenario.
Probably going to ride a horse on Tuesday. Yeah, it's not... Yeah,
So we got to name it.
Dad's, cow vaginas.
Spooky. So what are we doing? So
No,
are we
Kevin,
naming
we're
Marcus?
decorating houses. I'm just giving
I think
Ben the
Ed wants to
option.
name the horse
I'm
too.
just giving Ben the option.
Spooky.
Name a horse.
Is that kind?
Spooky's a good name for a horse.
Yeah,
If it's a white horse, like it's a ghostly
If it's
horse,
a black
pale,
horse, it's
creepy
bad
horse.
if it's a black horse, right?
Is it? No, I don't think so. That's different. Spooky can be
Spooky?
scary.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
You don't want a horse to buck.
I don't know.
All right, Kevin, how you decorating Marcus's house?
All right, Marcus's house is gonna be decorated as such. Decorations in front of a house during Christmas time is basically obstacles. So we're gonna make this a whole bunch of obstacles. You start off right. You're in a fucking canyon, right? I built a canyon, right?
Oh, cool.
But it
I love
goes
canyons.
around your yard. You gotta run through some shit. Call it a stampede. Then you get into all these fucking thorns and shit. And you gotta fall through these thorns. It's the only way you can get through is falling through them.
Every day.
You fall through these thorns. You end up in the elephant graveyard. You're also falling through that, completely denying
Wait.
the laws of frictions and shit. And then after that, you end up in a lust jungle. And people are mad because it took so long to get to your house as a guest.
Wait,
but
is
then
Ed
they
gonna be there
realize
singing Who's
they
Going
just
Inside?
relived the fucking exile of Simba from Lion King.
I was gonna ask.
There's no Christmas in that either.
That's Christmas, man. How fucking joyous is Lion King?
Sad.
And when do you
very
watch it? When you
upsetting.
go back to your parents' house
Yeah.
where your VHS of Lion King is located.
God damn, Lion King's so good.
It's great.
So it's Willy Wonka in the
Fuck you!
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah.
No, that's great.
Although there was a Lion King poster on the L train subway, and someone just wrote the word racist over it, and I'm sure it was a white person.
Yeah.
I think they were confused.
There was, there's
How is it racist?
I don't
there's
know. I think it's a
African
white-
stuff. There's
yeah.
African stuff in it.
Right, so
it's
somehow that
racist.
was
Oh my
racist.
God.
I would say I'll just recreate the
That's
end of Dead Alive. Your house will look just like that. So
Oh,
there'll
cool.
be a large.
I can kick ass for the Lord.
Yeah.
You're not
stuff
going to
like
name
that.
the horse?
Yeah, you're not going to name the horse?
The name of the horse?
Yeah.
Albert Finney.
Ooh. Like the actor.
A name for a horse. Horses have hooves. Hooves support people. I'm gonna call it. Well, I'm not very good at these things.
People pooper.
Herbert Hoover.
No, that's a good one. Let's
Second
call it
Herbert Hoover
Herbert Hoover.
reference I've had today.
Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover.
Well,
it's the
for-
president.
No, he was never a president. Well,
Yeah.
yes, he was.
Yeah, Herbert Hoover. He was
Yeah,
responsible
yeah,
for the
I
Great
remember that.
Depression.
Yeah.
Ben Hoovervilles.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
remember that.
Hoovervilles.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I mean, South Africa.
Just so that it'll be a racing horse, I'm naming it Big Spender.
Big Spender. Okay.
That's kind of fun. Maybe
Big Hoover.
No, shit name.
maybe
Big Herbie.
the colostomy boy.
Say a fucking name.
Colostomy boy.
There we go.
like
I'll take
it.
it. I'll take it.
Sure.
How about
No,
Take
that's
it,
the
we got
name,
it.
Eric.
I don't like that one though.
Just think about it. We'll come back to you,
Okay,
Eric.
come back to
We'll
me.
come
Come
back
back
to
to
you.
me. Thank you.
Okay, start out by decorating the outside of your house, lights and tinsels, the whole shebang. Then you start decorating the inside of the house. Fill it up, keep filling it up, fill it up more until there's nowhere for you to live inside, no space.
Okay.
Then you're forced to be homeless. You become a cripple. Diminutive in size, because that's what happens to cripples. You just start shrinking, and then you become that little boy, was it Tiny Tim from then to
Tiny
Christmas Carol?
God bless us.
This sounds like a horrifying month.
It will be great.
Sounds like your autobiography.
My future.
Now,
A Bergstrom
I think it's your
Christmas.
past, present, and your future.
Why, thank you. And then a horse.
yeah, what would you like to name the horse? By the way, I'm changing mine to If Hitler Could Dance.
If Hitler could dance.
Yeah.
I'll name the horse Fucktron 2000.
Fucktron 2000.
2000.
I like
right.
that.
Fucktron 2000.
I like that.
yeah.
But
I like
it's
that.
because it's
It's very like 90s
a
sounding.
very peaceful horse. So
I didn't see that coming.
Uh,
Are you done? All right, good.
signs.
Signs here. Trademark it. I'm
Trademark it
gonna
before you do.
do an Ed Gein Christmas.
Ah.
An Ed Geinsmas.
I'm playing to the audience.
I am.
I like
know.
it. Okay.
Fan of last podcast. Here we go. So you're gonna have a Christmas tree made out of human skin.
Right.
Right. Ornaments are gonna be nipples. right? Different nipples, colorful nipples, all the nipples of the rainbow.
All the nipples of the
Beautiful,
world. Good.
shiny. We grease them up, make them
I've
real
got
shiny.
diverse tastes.
Then we get a chocolate starfish for the top.
Like
a
Limp
butthole.
Biscuit?
No,
It's a butt.
It's a
That's not a
butthole.
Limp Biscuit.
Well, that's the joke of the Limp Biscuit.
It's a butthole.
chocolate starfish is a
And it is a
butthole.
pretty
that
hilarious
right?
That's
joke.
the whole joke.
Yes.
You got it.
Chocolate starfish and the limp hot dog, right? Wasn't
Yes.
that what
I
the
think,
Limp
yeah.
Bizkit album was?
I don't know anything about this.
It was a bad album that came out years after their big hitters.
You know what? We put the album up there. We put the Limp Bizkit album.
Put a
at
Limp
the top of
Bizkit
the
album
tree.
up there.
We got
Oh, man, it
a
just makes
wreath
you
made
want
out
to
of.
break stuff.
Oh,
We should
These
do
songs
another
break.
Woodstock.
What else can we have? Oh, a wreath made out of teeth.
wreath
Teeth
made
wreath?
out of teeth. Teeth wreath.
Right. What else you got? Stockings made out of foreskins, just one long foreskin. Is any, no one's enjoying this? And then at the end, and at the end,
I'm just waiting for the name of this horse.
and then so that's it. That's the Ed Geensmith. And then the name of the horse is Star Wars: The Horse Awakens.
Very timely. I like
it.
that.
I like it when people are timely with stuff.
Yeah, that's a record-breaking horse right
Nice.
there.
I like it.
Can I call my horse Hug Me, I'm Harry?
Yeah.
That shirt. I read it off of Ed's shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my shirt.
Yeah,
I
I'd
didn't
bet
even
on.
think of it.
I'd bet on that horse. Hug me,
you.
I'm Harry. 14-1 to place.
Now you're getting it, Marcus.
All right.
I know
Change
how
the
to
name
bet.
of mine
Wars,
to
The
A
Horse
Weird Time
Awakens.
with Michael Jackson.
All right.
Jackie?
Jackie girl.
So, I had this weird awakening from a friend of mine,
Yeah.
and we were listening
Ick.
to Grandma Got Run Over by Reindeer, and we realized that fucking Grandpa killed Grandma,
Of course.
which I didn't know that.
Why?
In the whole thing, because the whole thing is that, like, oh, as for me and Grandpa, we believe in Santa Claus. I even brought up the lyrics where it's like, now we're all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well. See him there watching football, drinking beer, and playing cards with Cousin Mel. So he fucking killed the fuck out of Grandma, set it up as if Santa were real, and so I want to have your whole apartment building be set up like a murder scene. So also you get a bunch of the people to move out.
Right.
You get your rent goes drastically cheaper.
I want that to happen anyway.
I mean, and so it's like, so you could just like knock down walls and make it bigger afterwards. So I think that you have to set up the whole thing of like with the body being dragged, like hoof prints everywhere, and have the whole thing be set up as a murder scene. But I'm worried that I think over time you are going to start to believe in Santa Claus just like Grandpa, and probably eventually murder all the homeless people that live in that homeless shelter across the street. So I think that would actually be a fun way for your life to end, and I think that this is how it could begin.
Well, that's all I want for my life.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's kind of like the other day when I realized it was Bob Marley who shot the sheriff.
But he didn't shoot the deputy.
I just realized that. I thought I was the president.
Boo! All right.
Are you naming that horse?
Slushy.
Slushy's a great name for
Plus, he's a
horse.
real good horse.
Yeah.
I'm not betting on it, though.
Nah, it's fine. He's tromping around.
Yeah, he's a fat
all
horse.
covered in mud.
Slush's a junkie.
Slushy will drink his own piss for fucking a nickel. Your name is Ed Larson. We've been friends for a long time, but I forget your name sometimes, which is scaring me medically. Ed Larson.
Yeah.
What are we doing there?
Did you forget Ed's name?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ed Larson.
Yeah.
You are an enigma. Some would say you are a brat.
Wow.
Brat. The chubby behemoth.
The chubby behemoth. Others would say, how,
Yeah.
why?
And
What would you like to put on the Christmas front of his house?
I was thinking we get some lights.
yeah, that's cool. Like the blinky ones or the icicle, like the icicle ones or like the
No, I
regular
don't like
ones.
the icicle ones. I like
Yeah.
the colorful ones. I like the trashier ones.
Me too.
Big bulb.
Yeah, we get the big bulb, colorful ones.
I like
we'll put
it.
those out there. We'll get I don't know, an inflatable swimming pool. Get a little Santa with a wearing shorts.
Yeah.
Florida tree. Yeah, man. And then inside the house, I think we'll get a tree. We'll get a tree.
Like a real one?
No, a Christmas tree.
No. I mean like a real Christmas tree or like a fake one.
It depends on whatever's closer.
Yeah.
What is real? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you're closer to the department store, you just get with the fake tree. If you're
Right.
closer to the other one, you get the real tree.
I mean, we
And
live in
then,
New York. It's pretty mid. Doesn't really matter.
I get a little reindeer headband for the dog. It's fun, right?
I don't have a dog, but if I did, I'd
we can
love
get you
that.
a good yellow dog.
Get me a good yellow dog.
You need a good yellow dog.
Like in Funny Farm, right?
And
I
then
love funny sheep
Funny
balls.
Funny Farms.
and then I guess after that we'd I get a life-sized Jeffrey Dahmer, put a Santa suit on him, dildo out the front. I think
As a decoration there.
Yeah. And I'm naming the horse Spooky.
All right, there it is. Marcus, make your choice.
Oh yeah, Kevin. What are you naming the horse?
What am I naming the horse?
Yeah.
You love horses. This is a big moment for you.
What happened to? When did the horses become a part of this?
There's just. I also
it's
got
gotta
us
happen
the
at
B
first.
segment.
Peeing for a
There's
while.
a B segment.
Yeah, it's the B segment. Yeah.
I was peeing for a while. That's the name of the horse.
Actually, yes.
I like it.
I'm still going with the Ed package.
All right. All right. Well,
With
that's
the
been
horse, I feel like the horse name is uncreative at best.
Spooky.
It was the Santa with the shorts.
It's a great name for a
Spooky's
horse.
a pretty good horse. He also gets credit for Herbert Hoover.
Yeah.
Double credit.
Double credit. All right. Well, that's
God, it feels good to be a winner.
you're doing so well, Ed.
We'll call him Spooky Hoove.
Oh, whatever you like, buddy.
Happy holidays.
That's it.
So that's the final roundtable of 2015. It might
it?
be the final
Yeah.
roundtable of all time.
You
We
never
don't
know.
You never know.
Honestly,
we have to decide to do it every week. We have
Yes.
to choose to do it.
it's becoming less and less possible. Jackie Zebrowski, New Year's resolution. Perfect. Eddie?
What, Jackie didn't go.
No, that was it.
That's all of the segment.
Me? I mean, I guess
Perfect.
I'm going to a
Holden.
doctor.
Nice. Kevin.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. I'm a ooh. And Eric.
Pretty cool.
Great. And Signs.
Sure.
Wonderful. All right. So
We're ready for 2016.
2016, here we go.
Thank
Thank you guys so much for listening and
This
supporting
was
the
a good
shows
year
here
for
on
me.
CCR. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. Have a wonderful time. We love you here. Make sure to watch Kevin on True TV.
Give me a kiss.
Michael Jackson was a kid
Kissel's
toucher.
Kisses.
Kisses. 2016.
2016.
I'm gonna floss more.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.